It's the Joel Shit Show featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So I'm live on location in Las Vegas, Nevada again. I am in room 1284 at the Tropicana in the Island Tower. Let's see, I'm working right now for Yahoo, but I haven't, I got all my work done and I'm waiting for more work to come in. I'm on call for another 2 hours, and I said, let's get this done while I'm here. So yesterday I woke up at 4:30 at my friend's house in Oakland, and I left around 5 and went to the BART station, and the BART was late, which is unusual, but if you take BART really early in the morning, you'll find it runs late an awful lot. And I think when they figure out their on-time percentages, I think that they only pick certain hours of the day, because for whatever reason, those first couple of trains are always a little bit late. And I mean, if you're leaving the house that early, who cares, right? So, got on the train, got to the airport, and checked in at Virgin. So the flight left at 7, I got to the airport at 6. By the time I walked through the Virgin America kiosk and security, I still got to the gate at 6:25, and boarding doesn't even start until 6:30. They hadn't even started pre-boarding yet, you know, when you get on before you get on. So I got there in plenty of time, and I brought the wrong luggage. So when I took Virgin to go to Las Vegas in December, I paid $2 and got these hot pink headphones, which were just great. And I left them in my luggage because I said that way the next time I travel I have headphones. Well, I have 2 different bags that I can use as carry-on, and I took the other one this time. Oops. So what that really means is I don't have headphones again. Well, it turns out that they come in designer colors, and so they have blue and silver. This time they did, rather. And so I said, okay, I'll take the blue ones. And so I put my $2 in the box, and now I have blue ones for this bag. So now no matter which bag I take, I'll always have headphones. Well, I'm assuming that the headphones worked, but the jack on the armrest must not have, because I couldn't get them to work the entire flight. I didn't bother telling them because I was tired and should have been sleeping anyway. I didn't get to bed until midnight. And also, it was only an hour and 15-minute flight, so, you know, what's the fucking point? So, if they don't work next time, I know it's the headphones that don't work, but if it's another Virgin flight, I can tell them I just bought them then, and then they can be like, oh, well, you know, we'll fix that for you. So, the flight was one of the smoothest flights I've ever been on. Even the landing was pretty smooth. And I had a middle seat. This is one of the problems with Priceline, is you don't have as much power over where you get to sit. And so it turned out that my seat was in the middle. And so I looked to see if I could move my seat. I was able to move it up, so closer to the exit. I like being close to the exit because you're the last person to get on the exit, or you get on the plane in the front. You're the last to get on, you're the first to get off. So I moved up from row 22 to row 10, or no, row 11. And so, you know, that's better than nothing. And, you know, luckily the woman on my left was pretty small, and the guy on my right was of average size. So, you know, it was comfortable enough, especially for a flight of that length. So I watched some TV without sound, and I played some of the on-screen games they have. The on-screen games that Virgin America has on their planes are pretty old. They're from about 6 or 7 years ago, and I ended up playing Mahjong a lot. Mahjong is one of those games that I hate playing because I suck at it, and I have never bothered to get good at it. But it also is a good brain-dead game because I don't really have to think, and I was tired, so that worked. So I got on the shuttle and went to Hertz, and you know, they always try to sell you all the stupid loss and damage waiver and on the insurance and stuff. If you're like me, your insurance and your credit card covers all that shit for you already. And obviously they wouldn't offer these things if it wasn't a huge profit center for them. In other words, if they didn't make a lot of money doing it. So clearly, I should be declining that, and so I did. But they're really good at scaring you. Like, you know, if the car gets in and is out of service because of repairs, you're required to pay the rental every day until the car is back in service. You know, and that's a pretty good scare tactic. But when you're paying $22 a day for the warranty, or whatever, the insurance and the loss and damage waiver, you might as well just, you know, pay the $22 a day that the car's going to be out of service. So I got a Kia Spectra, which, it's an okay car. It handles fine. The only problem is when you gun it, it doesn't downshift sometimes at all. And so you make a turn right in front of someone, or you do some other asshole move, and it could rear end you. I accidentally made a right turn in front of one guy last night because I figured, oh, I could just gun it. It turned out he was traveling faster than I thought. I mean, he just got over to the other lane, which was nice of him, but it was, you know, me being the asshole. But when I floored it, the car was in second gear as I made the right turn. It was going about 25 or 30. And when I floored it, it stayed in second gear. It didn't go into first gear. So it took forever to get any speed. Is even in second gear, if you floor it, you're not going to gain speed as quickly. And, you know, it's a Spectra, but it probably still has a 100 horsepower engine, I would imagine. I mean, my car doesn't have a much larger engine than that. But if I gun it in my car, the car says, okay, and it goes down into first gear, and, you know, that whole 0 to 60 thing. So the Kia Spectra, though, I mean, I've never driven a Kia before. I've been afraid of them. But it's kind of like Hyundais, where Hyundais were crap 20 years ago, and now they're fine. Kias are getting better, too. So, honestly, I would consider buying a Kia, especially one that had a little power. I mean, the Spectra is one of their low-end ones. Like, it goes Rio and then Spectra, right? So whatever's above the Spectra, I'd actually consider it. Let's see. So, first I went to Oishi Sushi on Rainbow with a friend of mine who used to work with at Hitachi, and she brought her 4-year-old, and we hung out and caught up on things. And I was a little critical of someone that we used to work with, which was just, you know, you say things you don't mean. I mean, not that I didn't mean it, but I mean, I'm connected to this guy on LinkedIn. He's a great guy. I would do anything for him. But I basically implied that he did nothing all day at work, which isn't true, but it's just the way it came out. Remember, I was tired. And, you know, I don't know that she's gossipy, but I still kind of regret that. So, Emery Epperson, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak ill of you. I was just saying that I always wondered what you did all day, and it's because I didn't understand what you did with your job. It wasn't because I thought that you were lazy. But sometimes things don't sound right, and so this is a great opportunity to come clean, provided I remember to use Emery Epperson as a keyword, and you decide to look for yourself on YouTube. But hey, it could happen. And that you watch the first 6 minutes of this video, although you probably did, because you said, oh, I remember Joel, what a nice guy. And then you hear this and you go, what an asshole. But really, I mean, I don't even know where you're working now, Emery, but I would work for you doing anything for almost any salary, because you were just a fun guy, and you're into sports, and I really respect you. So, who knows? This probably never would have come back to you anyway, but I just like to be honest with everyone, and that's what it is. I didn't understand your job function, and so I wondered what you did all day. That's a fair thing to say, and it's really, that's how it came out yesterday, even if my intent was not to make it sound like you were lazy. So, sushi was good. Service was better than it was the other time I went. They were pretty attentive. I think having a small child there helped. I think I ate about 6 or 7 rolls, so I got my $1 worth, my $30 worth. It's $21 plus tax and tip, plus I paid $2.50 for an ice cream tea, so I just left $30. Then I went to check in at the Tropicana, and then I went to the Gambler's Bookstore, which has moved. It's on Tropicana, 1550 Tropicana. It's east of Maryland Parkway, I'll put it that way. And the Pinball Hall of Fame, which just got its own Dunkin' Donuts, is going to move from Pecos to that same parking lot. So the good news for me is that I can visit the Pinball Hall of Fame and the Gambler's Bookshop at the same time. But it also means I'll never get to go to that new Dunkin' Donuts again, because why would I be at Pecos and Tropicana? Apparently this is a better neighborhood. It looks the same to me. I'm not saying Pecos and Tropicana is a bad neighborhood. I just don't think that it's any different than Pecos and Maryland, or Tropicana in Maryland. And I mean, there's a Sunflower across the street. It can't be a bad neighborhood if it has a Sunflower, because who the hell would shop there, right? So, at any rate, I picked up a bunch of books. I picked up my membership rewards book at the Las Vegas Advisor offices, although I don't know that I'm going to be able to use it because I'm only here for the rest of the day and I leave tomorrow morning, but I'm going to try. I went to El Cortez. I put $100 in a 50-cent 10-7 double bonus machine and lost it all. The woman, about 2 machines to my left, got 4 threes, 4 of a kind with a kicker on double bonus for, I think, $1,000 on her first hand. So good for her. And then I did a bunch of other stuff, but I need to keep this under 10 minutes if I haven't already blown that, because I don't want to split this episode. Then I played at the Tropicana last night to earn my keep. And, oh, that's a whole story in itself. But in short, I took $100 on Jacks are better dollars. Got it up to 525. I got 7 4-of-a-kinds in an hour. I got it down to 400, and I was just tired of playing, so I cashed out. So I got to finish that today because I got to earn my keep. So I got a lot of playing to do here today. So we'll see how much gambling outside of this hotel I actually do on this trip. Well, that's all the time we have today. Visit us on the web at joelshinshow.com. Email joel@joelshinshow.com.